Once again, you are welcome. We are going to be looking at the lab activity on how to harden a Linux system. Now, yesterday in our class, we were able to understand the fact that in order to secure our hosts or secure our systems, there are certain things that we can do on our machines, our servers, or our systems, just to make sure that those systems are kept secure. So basically, that is what we are going to be looking at today: hardening a Linux system. And so, um, the objective is to demonstrate the use of a security auditing tool hardening a Linux system. All right, that's the objective of this lab. And then the scenario we have is auditing system for potential misconfiguration or unprotected services is an important aspect of system hardening. Okay, so we are looking at area of what misconfiguration and um, unprotected services. So Linus is an open source security auditing tool. So this is what the tool we are going to be using, right? With an automated set of scripts developed to test a Linux system. So to achieve these misconfigurations and unprotected services, we need what? This Linux. And the resources we need an Ubuntu system on a virtual machine, right? So I have a virtual machine that we installed in our first lab. So I'm going to be bringing that up. So that's what we're going to use. So number one, it says open the terminal window and log in username Cisco password Cisco. So let me share my Dropbox. Let me share my Dropbox. Where's my Dropbox? Okay, there it is. Alright. Okay, so um, this is the account we're going to use. So we have to log in. Username is Cisco. Password is what? Password. So we can type password. Password. So it should log me in. Okay. Then that is A. We have just done A. And we go to B. B says open the terminal icon to open the terminal window. Alright, so this is the terminal icon where we're going to be doing the configurations. So how do we open it? Let me put this way, this side, this way, so that we can together. Okay. This is taking a bit longer than expected. Maybe let me add the resources to this virtual machine. Maybe we make it faster. So to add the resources, this is where you go. Come here. This is the machine here. This is a list of my virtual machine. So this is the machine we're looking at here. Go to settings. But before you add the sources, you have to shut it down. So I'm going to shut it down. Then we'll now look at the sources. Look at it here. So this is it, but it's kind of too slow. So I'm going to turn the machine off. Alright. I'm going to power it up. Okay. So okay. So the machine is powered off now, and I come settings. Maybe we need to add maybe processing power or RAM, one of the two, so that we can see. Let's see. Um, where are we? This is general. This is advanced. This is description. This is this. So we go to system. Right. Under system, this is memory. How many memory? This is 2 gig. So can we make it 3 gig? 3 gig is 3072. Okay, 3072. Then processor. What CPU is simply okay. Okay, no, this is the new app. See, app. So let's other. So we expect that should be a bit faster, Okay. All right. Okay, you can't hear me well, right? Sorry, let me increase my volume. What's the volume, audio connection, speaker, microphone? Okay. I think it should be okay. I've added it. Okay. So now let's check the machine now. Okay. So let's watch and see. So the machine is coming up. The machine is coming up. And so once it comes up, we are going to log in with the login details that you can see here. Then after that, then we'll come to the terminal. All right. So remember the tool we are using is this Linux tool. All right. So first of all, we need to um, run the command and then follow these instructions. So, oh, you see it's much faster now than before. So our password is password. Okay. Okay. So let me put this by the side here. So once we log in, remember we are looking for this terminal. So let's allow it to load. Allow it to load. Okay. All right. So this is the terminal. We just click this terminal window. So once we click the terminal window, step 2 says we're going to do what? We're going to, this CD stands for what? Change directory. All right. This is the, for us, let's check the present working directory like we did the previous time. So pwd. So our present working directory is what? We're in home slash Cisco. Look at it here. Home slash Cisco. That's the present working directory. So we need to change the directory so that we can see the context. We want to change the directory to downloads and what? Linux. Alright? So to do that, just type change directory, then downloads, then Linux. and you press enter. So now if I do present working directory, so you see my present working directory has changed from slash home slash system to slash home slash system slash download slash line. Okay, then 2B says uh, at the command prompt, enter the following command and enter the password from a password when prompted. Okay, so what is the command? Well, using this command, what are we doing? We are updating this particular application. We are installing the update. You know, when we use sudo is the command we use to invoke the root administrative privileges. All right, instead of using the root username or administrative account, once you use sudo, it invokes it. Okay, so this is the trash is like you want to install a particular a package or particular application. So that's what when you use this. Okay, so now that's the command we want to use. It says this command verifies that the latest version and update for this tool at the time of writing of this line. So we want to install and update, check the update. So we just use sudo dot slash lines then update info. Alright, so ask me for password, then I type the password. Okay, good. So it's going to check. Look at it. It tells me that the current version. Look at it. That's it. This is the current version is more than 4 months ago. Alright, so please update to the latest version. New release include additional features, boxes, text, baselines, and things like that. Okay, then it comes to the helper updates, and then it tells me the status is what? Outdated. Okay, and then so we use the command to check. Alright, so what is the next step? It says we should where is it? Okay, all right. So if you want to, you can update the entire thing. So now it's telling us it's updated, but let's check what are we looking out for here. It says this warning. We got this warning. Where's the warning? Look at it here. All right. Then detecting OS done, which is this guy here. Then checking for profiles, then it says no updates. But this guy here checking for profiles is telling us program update status, that Linux update is what? Available. All right, Linux update is available. So so what do? We update. Okay, we update. We update. So but let's even update the entire packages so that we don't need to be um, following sudo app get update. Okay, so it's going to now update the entire packages for us, and so once it's done, then we will now verify um, that again. So while that is going on, let's check. So assuming we have an updated system, because this is what we're supposed to have, we're supposed to have an update. Now that is the first thing to do. Always make sure that your systems are updated. All right. So um, all right. So where are we? Okay. So sudo app um, update write the command sudo dot slash info. Right, so good. So, after that, the next thing is what? Alright, sudo dot lines auditor of Cisco, meaning that we are using, look at it, as displayed above, the tool will begin auditing using the user Cisco as auditor. All right, so um, uh, that is it. So using this, we're using, so that's what is done. All right, it's checking permissions. Since we're going to get a warning, and we should press enter. All right, to accept. Good. All right, found, checking. So press enter to continue. Memory processes, it has checked all the others. Now it's pressing memory, it has checked. Press enter, it has checked the command structure. Right, so it's checking shell, it's none. It's checking file system, okay, and then you press enter, and then checking storage, then checking NFS, network file system. All right, it's checking main server. So you see, it's checking all these things, and that is why you see it says to continue with each stage of the audit, press enter, and you will receive warning as shown below. All right, so the audit is checking all these packages, all these segments that we have, and is telling us their status, whether they are okay, whether they need update, or whether they are enabled, or whether they are disabled, or whatever it is. All right, and that is what it is. So you see, it will check user groups and authentication. After that, it will check banners and identification. After that, it will check the modules, it will check files. It says you will receive detailed security enhancement suggestion as well as final summary, which provides the location where you can log in to files. All right, so this is it. Where are we? Okay, so it's checking our app database. All right, checking ports and database, so it's checking. So remember, it's an audit tool that you can do to check. So step 4, review results. So scroll to the results section after the tool finish running. Ours is still running. Okay, ours is still running. So scroll to the results section, and then how many warning messages did you see? You know, each of these times you get a warning. Okay, each of these times you get a warning. So how many warning message? All right, so we will now put the number of times. Then how many suggestions did you receive? All right, so we're still not done. So we press enter, filter and school. So checking, not found. Software email messaging. All right, so software firewall, one. Then software web servers, done. So we continue. SNMP support, all right. Databases, LDAP services. So it's doing PHP, is doing the entire auditing for everything that is related to the system. So right now we want to see the end, what happens at the end. Okay, that is what we want to look at. So what are banners and identification? Look at it, it tells us that this is there's a it's weak here. All right. So um, these are, so when an auditor is taking note, it takes note of all these things. All right. Accounting, time synchronization, cryptography, virtualization, containers, software integrity, software tooling, malware, file permissions, home directories, panel, and then hardening. All right, this is the part of the hardening that we were talking about. All right, and then good. So now, what it says, it says notice Linux updates available. This is the version. All right, that is the information we've gotten, and then auditing, hardening, and compliance for Linux, macOS, and blah blah blah. And this is the copyright. I'm looking for the summary. Let's see. So I'm looking for the summary. Right. Hardening index 56. Tests performed 188. All right. Tests performed 188. And then let's check. Maybe let me this. Okay. So let's come here. These are the suggestions. Okay. These are the warnings. How many warnings did we get? Three. We got three warnings. How many suggestions did we get? We got 33 suggestions. Okay. 33 suggestions. Okay. So now here the question is um how many warnings did we receive? In our own case, we received three warnings. Is that not so? We just put three. How many suggestions did we receive? We received 33 suggestions. It says scroll through the suggestions and select one. You will research the suggestions that you can implement to address the issue. Now, these are the suggestions. Okay, the first suggestion is set a password on Rob bootloader to prevent altering boot configuration, e.g. All right. So this is one of the suggestions that is suggesting because it has found a vulnerability in the system. Right. This is another suggestion. Is install a PAM module, a password addressing module or management module for password strength testing. All right, like PAM Quick or PAM. So you can pick maybe this one, and then what it's saying is that you need to install an application to strengthen your password. Then this is another suggestion. It says configure a minimum password age. All right. And then, so these are the suggestions. You see all these suggestions. And how many suggestions? 33 suggestions. We have 33 suggestions. So these are the suggestions. Check your resolve.com. Now, some of these might look vague to you. That is, if you are not conversant with Linux or you are not conversant with system administration or network administration, if you are not very deep in it, some of these might look gibberish or vague or might look uh, might not look good to you. Okay, but the point is, as you go for that, you will get to understand why this is necessary. So if I am a system admin, I have servers on my network and they are very important machines. There is a reason that any other person might want to hack into the machine, either to cause me harm or to steal information, all those security stuff we discussed. Now, how do I know my system is test proof? This is just one of it. By just running this, it gives me these solutions. And in these solutions, it brings out my vulnerability. It brings out what I can do to further strengthen uh, the network. All right. So pick one of the suggestions. Which suggestions are you addressing? So we can pick any of these suggestions. All right. Any of these suggestions. This configure firewall packet filter to filter incoming, or consider hardening of SSH configuration. Whichever one you pick, you understand. We can pick. So which one should we pick now? Let's start from the top. Let's see which one is simple enough for us to pick. Set password in Grub, install password address management issue, configure minimum age for password, and default unmask in this, default unmask, okay, to decrease the impact of full home slash this, please place this on a separate partition. Okay, now this decrease the okay, let me look for something that you guys can play around. Install packages, absolute versions for patch management purposes. Okay, maybe this one can help. Let's copy this. Where is it? This guy from here. All right, copy it. Okay, but let's check some other ones. Adding the system by installing at least one malware scanner. All right, to perform periodic file system scan. Okay, adding compilers, one or more system fail values, now determine if the automation. Okay, now install file integrity tool to monitor changes to critical sensitive files. So I think this one is simple enough. Okay, so maybe let's copy this guy and see what suggestions. This is the suggestion. Oh, sorry. How do we copy it now? Oh, I thought I copied it with Control C. Right. Anyway, once we copy it, then we put it in here. Then what is your solution to the suggestion? So we are going to now research and find out how to resolve that problem. So you see, that is the lab activity that we have to do. And remember, this lab activity is basically just to help us in the hardening of our system. All right, making our system very well secured. All right, so now see, they just sent me the message that this meeting will end for all participants in 5 minutes. All right, so this is because of the what do we call it, the limit to I think Cisco have limited the WebEx stuff. So I will go forward towards the registration of the new account, of which we will have unlimited time for that. Right, so I think this is a very good place to stop. Thank you so much for attending today's class. I'm going to be activating your module test and exam so that we can do that between today and
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir.
good morning, sir.
Yeah, how are you, sir?
I am very great.
It's good. Sir, yesterday we complained that the audio was not okay. Have you uploaded the
Okay, the video. Oh, let me upload it right now. In fact, I think I should.
recording for us?
Yeah, let me upload the video right now.
The video
I'll just upload it.
is okay. And another thing, sir.
Yes,
Yeah, I understand, sir. Another question, sir.
yes.
This assignment, it seems, I don't know, I don't have this assignment. The one that we just treated now.
Okay, this one
The
that
lab activity. Where do I get all of the
okay, I'll download it and send it to you
It's
guys.
not.
I'll
It's all
download
right. It's okay, sir. It's okay.
then I'll download all the lab activities.
It's all right. It will be very nice,
And
sir.
do that at your leisure time. It will really help you.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Mhm. Okay, I think has been a very interesting class. I enjoyed it. I hope you did. So, like the last speaker just said, I will download it and send the lab activities. Do well to do all of it at your leisure. All right, even after the exam, you can do it to boost your skills. And then I will upload the video, and for today as well, I will upload it. I think it's a good place to stop. We have finished for cybersecurity essentials. But I'll still schedule another class, the same link for tomorrow. Just to see, I'll go through if there's any other lab activity we need to do that we have not done, then maybe we do it. But if there is none, then maybe we just take question and answer sessions. All right, while you guys do your assessments. All right, thank you very much. I wish you guys the best.